So I'm so happy, first of all, that we finally started. I know that Natalia's been waiting for a month, or no, for 2 weeks, definitely. Maybe for 3 weeks, I don't remember. Yeah, so welcome. And the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get to know each other a little. Just let's say 3 facts that are interesting about you and that you'd like to share. I'm going to start. Okay, my name is Valeria. I have graduated in Germany. I got my master degree in research. I worked at the German university in the faculty of research, so I had this experience of working at the university. And I've got a child who doesn't speak Russian, unfortunately. She speaks fluent Turkish, which I'm teaching her. I'm doing my best. So what about you, Olga? Would you like to say 3 interesting facts about you?
Hello, everyone. So I'm a teacher of English, and I work with little kids, with primary school children. And as you know, I want to work with teenagers, with more elder students. So that's why I'm here to practice my skills. So I also have two children, 2
Not
boys.
also, I have 1 child. You just okay.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm originally from Uzbekistan, and I graduated from the university in Uzbekistan.
Mm-hmm.
So
now you live in St. Petersburg.
Yes, now I'm living in St. Petersburg.
Okay, welcome here. Right, Alyona, 3 facts about you.
Well, I don't have children.
All right. Okay, you don't have to have children to study here, you know. All right.
It's a toy poodle. His name is Travis, and he's very nice. Наверное, it is very nice, yes.
Okay, if it's your pet, then you can actually call him he or she. But we're talking only about your pets, like in general, animals. It is. Okay.
So about my degree, I am a programmer, but I don't work like a programmer. I am a business analyst, but it's also in IT. And third fact, it's more interesting. I was on a top of Kilimanjaro this year. Yeah. I think that's
How
all.
was it? How was it? How was Kilimanjaro? Did you like it?
It was very hard. I like it, but I have more expectation about it because I saw a lot of mountains, and the African mountains, it's a lot of pыль, не знаю, как сказать. Dust, yes, and it's very a lot of dust. It's everywhere. So it was great, but my expectations was very high.
All right. Okay. Still, it sounds just wow, top class. I'd say amazing. Oh, I've been to Kilimanjaro. Wow. Okay, thank you for sharing. Welcome here, Natalia.
Okay, I don't have children, and I don't even have a dog.
And you didn't go to Kilimanjaro, okay?
My facts will be the most boring, but I will try. So I ride bicycle half professionally. I go to track. It's a special sport, special space for riding bicycle. So the next one, now I'm helping my friends to write a screen for soap opera, for a film with episodes.
So you're helping to do what?
To write
a script.
To write a screen.
I see. Good.
So and I stole the fact about some interesting places, and that summer I visited Kamchatka and tried surfing there. It was
Surfing in
amazing.
Kamchatka. Wow.
Yes, it was amazing, really interesting, really cold. I think it was the coldest place I had ever been. So, but it was quite interesting and funny.
Is it like okay, what kind of surfing are we talking about? Like normal water surfing, or is it like snowboarding or something?
No, no,
Snowsurfing?
it's surfing in the ocean.
Wow.
So
So you're good
you
at surfing, man.
you put a special suit because the water is really cold, and in this disgusting outfit, you try to do something on board in the ocean.
Wow, yeah, you need to be very experienced, I say, right?
It was for beginners, but we tried to do something and even had
Success.
some good, yes,
You had some success. To have success, you can just say.
a little bit.
All right, so good. Or it was success. It's also fine. Right, we are welcome here. Thank you for sharing. So what we're going to do today is to see the structure of the B2 first exam. As I told you, it's a very prestigious exam. It's very good for your portfolio, and it proves your B2 level. Very high level. It's very good for like for every company. So every company recognizes it. And it's a kind of a prototype to modern YGE, like it's very, very similar to it. Oh, and the other facts that I wanted to okay, let's start with the structure. So the first part is reading and use of English. You've got 1 hour and 15 minutes to do it, and there are different tasks, like, and we will get to know like how you do all of them. Different methods of working with a text, like different types of reading and also use of English. So here you need to show your good knowledge of grammar, of vocabulary, some collocations, idioms, phrasal verbs. That's where it's going to be checked. So the next part is writing. It has 2 parts, and you've got 1 hour and 20 minutes. The first part is compulsory. You need to write an essay on something. And then the second part is like where you choose. You choose between an article, an email, a letter, a report, and a review. And we're going to learn what's the difference between all these types and what do we need them for and what is their structure. And it's not that you have all the types of writing available. No, sometimes you may have, I don't know, a report, an article, and a review. So no email, which can be very challenging, but still we will learn what to do with it. Then the next part is listening, and luckily to you, you will listen to the recording twice, unlike the IELTS exam, for example. So you'll have the second chance to score a high band. Right, and again, different types of listening, matching, multiple choice, etc., etc. We will learn how to do it. And the speaking part, only 14 minutes approximately. It consists of an interview where you talk about yourself mainly, some questions and personal questions about your experience, future plans, some circumstances, I don't know, past experiences, and so on. Then there is a description of a photograph, so which is called a monologue, and you need to speak for 1 minute and describe, like, give information, express your opinion, and let's speak from your own experience as well. Then the third part is a dialogue, you would say. And you need to, you have a visual prompt, and you need to exchange the information with your partner to tell your opinion and justify it, agree, disagree, because actually in this part, not only your grammar and vocabulary are being evaluated, but also how you manage the personal contact, how friendly you are, how polite you are, so what you do if you disagree with something. That's all what we're gonna practice. And the last part is the discussion. Again, there's gonna be a topic and you're gonna talk, you and your partner, so you're gonna answer in turns. Yeah, so this is the structure of the exam. It usually takes 1 day to take this test. And yeah, and sometimes you take the speaking part separately some other day. Do you have any questions, comments, fears?
Fears.
Fears, we're gonna work on it, don't worry. And today we actually gonna start with the speaking test. With them speaking test. Oh, let me find it. Where is it? Lost it. Yeah, we're gonna practice. So how good you are now with the speaking part. Some of the things I'm going to show you, some not, just like in the exam. For example, the first part, you're just gonna listen and answer. So let's try with the first part. I'm gonna ask one question to each of you, and you need to answer briefly to share your personal information, and just give a short answer. All right, let's start. Part 1. Can you describe the area where you live now, Natalia?
I live in a little suburb. It's quite nice because we have both nature and infrastructure objects. For example, there are a forest and 3 big lakes near my home, and also we have a cinema, polyclinics, schools, kindergartens, and so on. Some important objects which people use every day. And my area is quite silent. It's also good for living, and one of the most important advantage is that it's easy to go to the center of the city. I can use underground and go to the center for near 20 minutes. So that is why it's a good place for living, I can suppose.
Right, thank you. What do you like and dislike about your area, Alyona?
I live in a new area. For me, it's a new city. I really like that I have mountains here. It's like the window behind me. If it's day, you can see it. So, but now it's night in my place. I really like this fact, and also that I have a lot of nature near my house, and I can take a car and drive there. I don't like about my area, it's traffic jam, because in Kazakhstan it's really bad driving skills for traffic jams. Is because nobody is be kind on a road like this, and also here we have a smoke at the winter because the city is inside the mountains and don't have wind, so it's not good ecology.
Mm-hmm.
In the city.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all.
Right. Thank you. Um, how do you think St. Petersburg could be improved, Olga?
Mhm. So it's quite big city. It has lots of opportunities, but we also have busy traffic. So I think the roads could be more wide. So there are also some problems with kindergartens for children. So I think there could be more schools and more kindergartens for. So I'm mom of two children, so we had some problems with this. Also, it's lots of там выхлопные газы, да. So
You can say smog as
so
well.
yes, that's also lots of
Air
smoke.
pollution.
A lot of smoke. Yes. So it could be more.
There could be more filters, maybe, right, on the car, or
Yeah.
there could be some, I don't know, tolls introduced. Do you know the word a toll? I'm gonna spell it for you.
Okay.
It's actually it's very widespread here in Turkey. It's a fee that you pay to use this road. Like, for example, there is a free road and it's very long usually and low quality. If you want to get to some place fast and if you want the road to be of a good quality, then you use a road with a toll. So you pay the toll. Right. Thank you for sharing. Good. So how do you feel? That was part one. Was it difficult or not?
It's quite difficult, I think.
Quite difficult. Okay, yeah, it's our first try. Come on. Right. Okay, I want to correct a few mistakes of yours. Okay. So Natalia, let's start with you. How do you translate in English? Там есть лес и 3 озера.
There are forests and 3 lakes.
There is. If the first word is singular, then you still use there is, and could be then.
So I can say there are 3 lakes and a forest, or there is a forest and 3 lakes.
Exactly. So we see what is the first word and
Okay.
So there is a forest and 3 lakes. Yeah. Эта местность достаточно тихая.
This area is quite silent.
Silent, yeah. And sometimes maybe you say everything correctly, but I still ask just to make sure. Yeah. In general,
I said in German, I now realize not this, but this first time when
okay, what I heard silence, but yeah, maybe there was.
I remember the first word. Okay, I will
right.
this too.
No, good. If you know how to say it correctly, no problems. And in general, I liked your answer because you used some nice vocabulary, infrastructure, some other words, and yeah, and quite clean. So the grammar was quite nice. Right, Aliona, let's come with you. Let's revise second conditional tense. Yeah, we've got grammar here. Если был бы день, вы бы увидели это. How do you translate?
If it will be.
Помним, да? Второе conditional у нас какая формула? If, кто поможет? Второе нереальное. Unreal.
Present simple.
Unreal. Okay, I'm gonna open the board. So, um, second conditional, unreal, present, or future. So now it's dark, so we can't actually see what is there from your window. So, and the formula is like this. If verb in the second form, then would and verb.
Mhm.
So, can you repeat? Если бы был день, вы бы это увидели.
То есть мне нужно be привести во вторую форму или какой?
Прошедшее. Какой? The past form of it.
Я что-то фиг знает.
I'm sure. Okay, girls, let's help Alona. Let's do it together.
If there was a day, you would see it.
If it was, and sometimes they also use were. Although it is it, but we show it's unreal. So if it were a day, but was is also fine. You would see it. And so this is second conditional. We show it's not real. Now it's not the day, and you can't see it. Right. Что мне не нравится у моей местности, так это то-то, то-то.
What I don't like about my area, it's
Is, да, и вот дальше просто is достаточно. What I don't like about my area, это подлежащее, it's a subject, is a predicate, сказуемое, и дальше пошли. Так, никто не добр на дороге.
Nobody, наверное, kind.
Nobody всегда у нас единственное, is always singular. Nobody
Is kind
on the
on
road.
the road.
Yes, и у города нет ветра.
There is no wind in the city.
Okay, good. So our problem is grammar. We need to revise a lot of grammar. Your homework will be second conditional. I'm going to open it to you. Right, Olga. Again, everything is quite clean. Well done. How can you say это достаточно большой город?
It's rather big city. It's a rather big city.
It's a rather big city. It's quite a
big city.
Дороги могли быть шире.
The roads could be more wide.
Wide is a short adjective with one syllable. So how do you say a comparative form of the
wider? Yeah.
Exactly.
The roads could be more wider. No, more wider. The roads could be wider. Yes.
Could be wider.
The roads could be wider.
Yeah, and no other mistakes. So, but what you need is to have more speaking practice.
Yeah.
You were a little bit shy, and yeah, we need to speak, and that's I hope what you'll get here. Ladies,
I hope so.
well done. Well done. Let's go to part 2. You will see a picture. You will have 1 minute to get ready. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah. So you need to compare these pictures. Okay, there is an answer, so I'm gonna do like this so that you don't see any answers. Right. What you need to do, you need to speak for 1 minute. You need to compare the pictures and answer the questions. Why have people chosen to live in these cities? Okay, it's very, very difficult because you only have 1 minute. So don't waste this time. Right, the time has started. 1 minute has started. Why have people chosen to live in these places?
So can we start one by one, or how can we do it?
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do it today. We're gonna do one by one. Later we will change. But now I want to listen to all of you.
So we can now speak something, right?
I'm gonna tell you when. Now you're 1 minute ready.
Sorry.
All right. So let's try. Natalia, let's try with you because I think you're a fast speaker. So let's start with you. So you have 1 minute
Okay.
to prepare the pictures.
Okay, we can see that there are a lot of people in both places, but I think that the reason of choosing these places are different. Let's start from the first one. I think that people can have a job and they can work with fish or something like this in this area, and maybe they can live on the water in their boats, and it's a big advantage because you need to pay maybe for rent. I don't know, it looks like this. And so the second one, it's a big city with good infrastructure, I can suppose, because buildings are quite nice. So, and the city is full of green, full of nature, and it's this collaboration is also good because you have everything you need in one space. So in conclusion, I can say that both places are good for some reasons, and people choose them for some comfort aspects in their lives.
Exactly 2 minutes. Sorry, exactly 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute. Good. We got 2 minutes in Ireland. Right, exactly 1 minute. Good. What I liked is that it was a sort of an introduction. So you just you put what you're going to say. Then you talked briefly about the first picture, about the second picture, and then you made a conclusion. Right. If you have time, you're also encouraged to tell your opinion. But in our case, we didn't have time. So it was also acceptable. Right. Alena, let's start with you. Ready, steady, go.
Okay, let's discuss these two pictures. I think that on the first picture, people maybe like sea and walk on the boat, so they can choose this area to live. Also, I don't know why they can choose this place. The second picture is a big city. I think the big city is have a lot of opportunities. So that is why people can choose to live in big cities. So I think that's all.
Here you could have added, what is your opinion? Where would you like to live, for example, Alena?
I would like to live in a big city than in the sea, maybe in Asia. I think it is.
Why? And then you always need to prove your opinion because.
Okay, I would like to live in a big city because I love, then I have infrastructure in my living area, because I want to have a good job and like office job, not a silent job.
Okay, good. Natalia, by the way, is it the same for you? Would you prefer a big city rather than some small village?
I think that people from the first picture live without money and opportunities, because we can see some clothes on their boats, and I suppose that they live only in these boats, and that is why I chose the second one. But as a concept, I choose living near the sea without noise, without crowded streets, and without chaos. It's more, it's better for me, I suppose.
Yeah. Do you watch, guys, Heads and Tails program? This old program, Орел и Решка, Heads and Tails.
Yes.
So there are a lot of episodes where they discover some villages, which like kind of swimming, floating villages, right? They are the people live on boats, and some of them never step on the earth, never step on the ground. It's like like it was several times, I guess.
Interesting.
Right, and Olga, ready, steady, go.
So there are two different pictures and different places. I think that the first place people choose if they like fresh air and they like sea and to travel by boats and ship. And the second place is a busy city, and the people choose it because they have more opportunities and good infrastructure to work. They earn more money, but I think they are not so happy as people who live in the first place, because I think they spend the whole day in office and underground, and the people who live in such a beautiful place as on the first picture, they are more happy, and healthier.
Yeah, they're happier and right. Okay, good. 1 minute. 1 minute. You were speaking quite fluently. A few again grammar stuff, but we will clean them. Don't worry. But the main thing you managed. Yeah, and again, you would choose living in a big city, right, Olga?
I prefer to live in a big city, but I want to have opportunities to travel.
Yes, and to see how these people live.
Yeah.
Right. Now we're moving to part number 3. This is the part where all 3 of you need to speak. As I told you, in the third part, you speak with your partner. However, in some cases, you may have 2 partners. For example, if you're like, they get divided into pairs, and if there is an odd number, then you may have another pair of partners. So we're going to practice just like this with 3 of us. And this time, the task looks like this. Wait. And like this. Right. So what you need to do, you need to talk here all together. You need to answer this question: how could each item be useful on a camping trip? And then choose 2 items that you will take with you. There are several tips how you can do it, how you can interact with the partner to sound polite, to achieve your goal, etc., etc. Now I'm not going to explain any rules. We're just going to start just to feel the task, just to touch it a little bit. So no rules explained. What I want you is to discuss, okay? And so the task is clear. So you need to answer this question and then choose 2 items that you will take with you to a camping trip. All right, let's start.
Okay, hello everyone. Let's imagine that we had a crash and now we are on an island, because I think it's a good situation. It's a good stress situation for
It's not a
thinking
good situation at all, but a good example.
situation, but it's a good example for thinking about these topics. And I think that I can take a torch, and with it I prepare some wood for our I forgot this word. Light. And I can share with you. You can take something else. It's my first one. What would you like to take with you? So we prepare a special place for fire, and my second place will be a camping gas stove, and we are ready for preparing something. Maybe you will take something else and we will survive together. What do you think, ladies?
I think you choose a good two things to take to our trip. I think that I take a first aid kit because after the airplane crash, we need some help maybe, and I can give you a first aid. I don't know how to say it right.
I will need it after torch, after using torch. I will need it exactly.
I don't know what the torch is, but
it's a special stick. You can go to the forest and
okay,
like this.
Okay. So I think the second thing that I take with us it's a rope, and we can connect the rope and the torch and use it like and take a big добыча, не знаю, как сказать это по-моему.
Killing machine we will create with this.
So I think this is two things that we can take to our trip.
Yes, and now I pay attention that we're going to a camping trip. But I thought about crash. We can imagine a little bit. Maybe it's a camping trip with a special mission. You know, interactive trips are really popular, and we can have an idea of this camping trip, like airplane crash. So everything is okay. Let's proceed. Olga, what do you think you need to have in our crazy trip?
So I can't imagine my life without mobile phone, but I think it would not work on the island. So a camping gas stove, the second stove, we would cook together.
A lot, yes, we will cook a lot.
So what else? First aid kit. It would be если я правильно поняла, да, это аптечка, the first aid kit. Yeah.
So what is your choice? Now you need to choose two objects. Which are they? Come to conclusion.
What things I would take? What me?
You would take as a group. Two things.
Camping gas stove and first aid kit.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think we are ready for our trip, even more than we need. We have lots of medicine, a lot of fire, one super torch with a rope. That is why we will survive exactly.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies, for this wonderful trial, your first trial. This is part 3, where you need to have a discussion and come up with a conclusion. And you managed. So you had a discussion and you had your conclusion. So how do you feel? Was it difficult? Was it stressful or not?
I think it was not a discussion, just we're not arguing or something like
Yeah,
that.
lots of things I needed to be improved. Yeah, definitely that was lacking. Some expression, how to agree with someone, how to disagree, how to ask someone for a question. A lot of things were missing, but still it was a discussion, kind of. We will improve it. We'll improve your discussion by all means. We will actually even learn how to deal psychologically with your partners. Because as you could see, everyone behaved differently. Someone was speaking a lot, someone remained quiet. And we will actually learn what to do in each situation, what to do if your partner is speaking a lot, what to do if your partner doesn't say anything. We will actually, the third part is a lot about actually also psychology, and we will deal with it too. But yeah, actually it was nice. The funniest part of it was, tell me guys, what is a torch? That was the funniest part for me. If you have your mobile in English, if you had, okay, second conditional, unreal, you don't have your mobile in English. That's why you don't know. But if you had your mobile in English, you would know that torch is this.
I said that it's X. I now remember this word, and I thought that torch is an X, and I was ready to create wood for our company.
That was the funniest part. Yeah, so we need to have good vocabulary, you see? This time there was a problem with a torch, next time there may be another problem. And yeah, B2 is a lot about vocabulary, is about having good vocabulary. Another thing that we're gonna deal with is when you don't know a word. Alona, it's all about you. What to do with this? Okay, we're not native speakers, and unfortunately, there'll always be some words which we do not know. But the most important is what we do with this. Either we say, oops, I don't know how it is. Can you tell me? Or you try to explain yourself, or you try even to change the topic of the conversation. I mean, different ways to get out from this situation. And we're going to learn how to do it in our course. Because you can't say to an examiner, sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so we're going to work with it. And it's a big problem. It won't go like this, like in a day, but we will work with it. But thank you. Yeah, and for Olga, yeah, we will just need to talk with you. That's just speaking is what is recommended.
Yeah.
Right. We still got a few minutes, and I want to practice part 3 with you, or part 4, sorry, the last part. So that's the part where you need to give an extensive answer. And again, you don't see the questions, you just hear from the from the examiner, and you need to give like quite a good answer, so not a short one, and explain your opinion, develop the topic, and etc. So, would you enjoy a camping holiday, Olga?
Actually, I don't like such such holidays. So if it, I would enjoy it if it would be not so long, for 1 day or 2, but then I should go home. Where I have all conditions, where it's comfortable.
All facilities, right?
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't like campings. I don't like to stay in nature too long. So
Mhm.
I need to return to city.
As soon as possible. ASAP.
Yes.
Right. What other type of holiday would you enjoy and why, Alona?
I love nature, but I don't really like camping also. That's strange, but it is. I really like to travel. And when I live in Moscow, I usually travel to small cities near Moscow, like I don't know, Nizhny Novgorod. It's very beautiful cities, and if you go there and take some excursions, you can know a lot of interesting things about these cities. Know a lot of things about architecture, and also try some good food there, and take a rest, because it feels like a small adventure, but it's not so hard. You don't need to fly somewhere and pack a big luggage. So I think that kind of weekends, it's good too.
Right, good, very nice answer. There you explained yourself very, very well. The architecture, technology, architecture, unique. A city in Germany where I studied, so we say okay. Right. Okay. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Would you prefer to go on holiday with your family or with a group of friends, and why, Natalia?
It's hard choice, of course, because it depends on situation. Let's imagine a little bit. I go to countryside. I can choose my family because it's quite place, nothing active. You have enough time for communication, for discussing your lifestyle, for warm greetings and so on. And we can imagine the other situation. We go for crazy hiking to some mountains, or we go to roller coaster, for example, in some park. I choose friends because we can spend this time with more pleasure. For example, my granny wouldn't be happy to use roller coaster, but my friends will be really glad to use it. So, and that is why I think that this question is not really good without some other facts. Everything depends on situation, but generally, I think that family is more important because they do more for their members. So, and if I need to choose helping family in some situation and having fun with friends, I choose family because there are people who need to help each other. So I can recap to this question.
Who are meant, right? Who are meant to. Right. Yeah, very nice answer indeed. Yeah, again, quite an extensive answer. quite good for the last part. Well done. So that was the speaking part. We've done it today, guys. 14 minutes, which is basically 14, 14, 14 for everyone. And as you see in this course, in this B2 first preparation, we'll have everything. We'll have speaking practice. We'll revise all the grammar that is necessary to have B2 level. We'll improve your vocabulary and quite detailed, like all proverbs, compound nouns, adjectives, phrasal verbs, or some all tiny details you'll know. And yeah, a lot of speaking practice, different types of writings, we'll all cover it. Do you have any questions?
No.
Oh,
At home, guys, what you need to do, you won't believe. At home, you will need to try to do the test. Right, without writing, I say, and without listening. What you need to do, use of English and reading. So this is page, again, so far you don't know how to do it. You don't know anything, but just let's try. This is from page 8 in the book FC Essential, First Exam Essential. From page 8 to page, oh, this is writing, to page 17. And you have only 1 hour and 20 minutes for your homework. 1 hour and 20 minutes, no more. If you haven't done it until this time, then stop it. And what I want you to do is to check your answers at the end of the book. At the end of the book, your answer keys. You open and you see how many have you done correctly. I don't know, 20 out of 40, for example. Yes, and that's it. And that's how we know where is your start. If you don't have this time until next Wednesday, you're quite free to do it at the weekend, but still try to do it. Okay. Right, then this is it.
okay, thank you so
That's
much.
Thank you.
I'm glad to know you.
Yeah, I'm
hope
glad to know you. I hope we'll achieve. It's a
very
very
clearly.
nice, very, very good exam and a very good certificate. You'll enjoy it. It's lasts your whole life. It's quite good. But the most important is what it gives to you in terms of language and in terms of speaking, how to feel the language, etc., etc. Right. Okay. Take care. See you on Wednesday. All of you are in the VIP group in Telegram, right?
In WhatsApp group? I am only in WhatsApp group where we had
Okay, I'm gonna add you also to the Telegram group because on the 17th of September, there's gonna be speaking club with a native speaker. The topic is education abroad. Don't miss it. Right, okay, then take care. And also for Leona, I'm gonna add second conditional on the paper. Right. Okay, take care.
Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.